Like, excellent. Hey, this is Lordhammer from Lordhammer doing a special interview with Daniel Erickson. We're going to syndicate this through the TORSyndicate media for any of the fan sites that want to grab it and put it on their site. Thank you for joining me today, sir.
Glad to be here.
All right. I have a few questions that are comprised from many sites: the Corellian Run Radio, Jedi Archive Online, Dathomir Project, the Fan Republic, KOTOR MMO, Star Wars Canada, SW Tour Life, SW Station, and a bunch of others.
Now do that whole list 3 times fast.
I couldn't. I would need to drink heavily before I could even think about doing so. But anyway, so I'll just go down the list of questions, and hopefully you can tell me something interesting, and obviously if there's something that you can't talk about, then we'll just move on. So the first question that everyone's been bugging us about is, where did the term for the wizard come from for the consular advanced class?
The Jedi Wizard actually was originally a placeholder name for one of the classes themselves. Both Sorcerer and Wizard are names that are used in Star Wars in the movies. That said, we are well aware of the community's affection for the name Jedi Wizard, and we'll be talking more about that soon.
Sounds great. Can you say whether we've seen all the playable planets or if there'll be any reveals before launch?
You have definitely not seen all the planets.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Will there be player vendors to sell crafted items such as Star Wars Galaxies? You could either have an automated machine sell it, or you could sell it on an open system, or will there be an auction house system?
There is definitely going to be an auction house system somewhere in the game. There is going to be a robust economy. We are not talking about how we do crafting and that sort of thing. I will say that our game is about the film experience. Our game is about the heroic experience. Our game is not about the shopkeeper experience.
Okay. Due to the overwhelming popularity on the net after the announcement of space, the individual spaceships, and then most recently, space combat, has that changed or emboldened LucasArts and Bioware to put further engineering and development rigor into that specific aspect, or are you just moving ships ahead at normal speed?
We've always gone after ships because we knew it was going to be passionate. It's a huge part of Star Wars. It's a huge part of the mythos. And originally, we actually had a much smaller scope than we did, where there were going to be less ships. They were going to just be a couple people had. And we're like, no, everybody wants their ship to be right for their, you want a bounty hunter ship and a trooper ship and all of that. We love space. The big thing for us is that it feels like the movies. Right? Space is not about wandering around randomly and deep and black inky things. Space is about hyper jumping from one place to another, or getting in a big cool combat. Right? Those are the 2 exciting things you see in Star Wars. That's what we try to concentrate on.
I gotta admit, I was pleasantly surprised because I totally didn't expect space to be in at least at launch. So I was blown away, and I'm really happy the direction you're going.
Space is one of those things that we always want to tell the community. Trust us when we say there's a reason we don't want to show you things until they're done. Right? If we didn't know we could do this, and we didn't know, we had an amazing team work on the space game, and until they delivered, a lot of people on the team didn't even think it was going to come along. And that's why we don't talk about this stuff, right? When we know something is going to be great, then we come and we show it to the community.
And it's working for you, so thank you for doing that for us or to us. Is there going to be anything in terms of a real importance to being in guilds in the game? Obviously, I'm a guild leader, got a lot of guilds in the fan sites, but we haven't really heard anything about that yet, kind of like the crafting.
We haven't actually talked about guilds at all, and again, it's the same reason. We're trying to find what fits the best for our game. We experiment with it, look at the community stuff. I'll say that there are a lot of people, especially in our lead design group, who are huge guild guys.
Right.
As you can imagine, these are passionate people who've been in there for years. So guilds are important. Social networks are important. But there's parts that you work on after you've figured out how to make your guys walk straight and shoot things.
Good point. Form follows function. That being said, my last comment is please put in guild capital ships. I've heard that on like 3 other podcasts, and I never even thought about that, and I'm like, that is such an awesome concept. So if you're not doing it, at least think about it.
It is not anything that we've announced or that is on the plans. I will say it was not just the community that it was the first thing that came out of their mouth.
Yes. All right. I guess actually I did lie. I got the last and final question. I'm sorry. Is understanding that you're in game testing now. Have you, the writers and the developers and everyone, has anyone had a problem with balance in testing so far? And if so, what's Bioware's maybe approach to trying to balance things out?
Absolutely. The game has tons of balance problems. It's shockingly got tons of bugs, too. We're a long ways out. We're right at the beginning of our testing, right at the beginning of our polish phase. Classes are changing every day. Structure is changing every day. We just respawned all of Corbin to give it a totally different feel when you play through for the combat, and it's amazingly better. Stuff is improving. You guys get to see some stuff. You see how much the art improves. You see how much, the level design stuff improves. You see new pieces, and you go back and you look at the original levels that we showed, and you think, wow, look at how big that is. Combat is the same way. Balance is the same way, except that you have to wait until it's all in.
Right.
And then you start that. And that's always a process that for Bioware games goes up right till the last moment.
Okay, well, sir, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.